Hey guys, it's King, or you can call me E-Man, and we are back. Yep, I know it's been a while. Um, I will have a whole video, up soon, very soon, specifically why I kind of just disappeared for a couple of months. Um, Long story short, some of the reasons why some of the videos got like 1 or 2 weeks and then just randomly stopped was because the videos got corrupted. And I did fix them luckily, so now I can get them out. However, it took a long process, an annoying process, and I can't lie, I got very tired, I would say, very annoyed with the process. So I was like, I'll wait until it's all done. Um, yeah, I'm also saying this now because I know what order I'm going to be uploading all the videos to an extent. So, but yeah, we're in another draft league, and of course, like I said, since I'm coming back finally, and coming back means I gotta get another draft league going. This is actually a very unique draft league. Mainly because this is actually Gen 5. I am running my own league with my good pal Okami. You guys know him from the other Showdown League we've done. But yes, we're running a Gen 5 league. We also ran a Gen 3, which went kind of smoothly. And I'm a part of this one. We do have plans to do Wi-Fi in the future, meaning, hey, we might get some good content out. But this is going to be one of the couple last showdowns I'm gonna do. Yes, I know it's surprising. I have another one. A spoiler. I have done a Gen 7. As I'm recording this, and this will also be uploaded the day right after I upload this. I will be doing this one pretty much week by week. I am not caught up at all. This is all gonna be recorded pretty much live. Whenever a match happens, I upload it. However, the Gen 7 completely done already, which I will upload. But basically, yeah, I just felt like, hey, let's change it up. I've been enjoying changing everything up a lot, and I want to do a Gen 5 league. I did a Gen 7 one, which you guys will see very soon. And we've done, of course, a crap ton of Gen 9 and Showdown, and I have done a crap ton of Wi-Fi, which I have yet to upload. I know some people have seen me on a couple of channels because I've, yet again, done a lot of Wi-Fi. But anyways, let's talk about this league. Like I said, this is my own league, with my good pal. We chose to do Gen 5 because I kind of wanted to do one. We have 100 points to draft, a minimum of 8 mons, maximum of 10. Gems are only allowed for 7 mons, 0.7 and below. Any mons by that point can use gems. Anything higher than that cannot. We try to balance it out and also try to use gems for fun's sake and give more of the low mons have some profit maybe. One thing that I am a little still conflicted on is we're allowing hidden power, which if you don't know how hidden power works in Gen 5 specifically, it is 75 base power. Yes, it is Terra Blast basically. It is Terra Blast, but we get every single typing and we don't have to, do that whole complex shenanigans. So, as you can imagine, there's a very different meta in this. Of course, we should also talk about, there's no assault vest, there's no heavy duty boots, there's no all these unique items. There's no weakness policy. It is the very bare minimum. Here, I'll choose Arceus and show you guys, because we will be playing this on Gen 5 Ubers, because there's no Gen 5 draft sadly, but it shows all the items in Gen 5, which if we scroll, here's all the good ones. And then that's where it stops. So you will be seeing probably a lot of similar sets. Sadly, just due to the lack of items that at least are viable. There's of course, still a decent amount of items with the boosting and gems. So again, gems are not allowed unless they're 7 points and under, and some of these are just purely just not as good compared to stuff like Exabel and all that stuff. So yeah, sadly there's gonna be no crazy cool weakness policy shenanigans in this league. But anyways, I'm gonna talk about my draft, and specifically that, I think I kind of said some of the rules. Oh, I should also say sleep moves are completely banned, as grass actually does not immune sleep moves like Spore and stuff, meaning Spore is basically pretty much just makes the match a 5v6, so it's pretty unfair. It's not really, fair at all. Anyways, we're gonna get into my draft. I got 5th pick, which is honestly pretty good. And in this draft, I can't lie, this whole draft, at least when I do low tier, not low tier, sorry, new tier that I'm not familiar with, I'm not trying to make a meta team, I'm not trying to make a busted team, I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm using mons that I purely just like or want to use, which is something that's going to be very common in this league. I've used 6 of the mons I have on my team are purely because they're not in Gen 9 and I wanted to use them, so. But I first pick, I went with good old, one of my favorite mons of all time, Terrakion. So of course no fairies in this game, and there's a lot less flying types like Corviknight running around. So fighting spam is one of the best spams. Of course, we should still talk about dragon spam. Dragon spam is absolutely insane, as for obvious reasons, no fairy types. A lot of dragons get ground moves, so steel types don't even do their job well. It's a whole mix-max. But yeah, pretty much dragon and fightings are the meta, is the best way to put it. And Terrakion is pretty much the best of the fightings. Mainly because, look at these stats. Like, 29 base attack is pretty insane in Gen 5. 108 speed, anything above 100 in Gen 5 is kind of outstanding. As if you try to list all the any mons higher than 100, you'll get them probably all on your hand. Not actually all on your hand. There's a decent handful, but there definitely isn't nowhere close to a lot compared to like Gen 8, any other gen. Not to mention a lot of the fast mons like Whimsicott and stuff, although are very good, are not, you know, they're just pure like grass types and stuff like that. So a lot of the good mons that you might think lost their typings and movesets. So having this 108 speed was just great stats, like amazing stats all around. But also just yet again, the fighting spam so massive. I also, like I said, just love this mon so much. But pretty much, I wouldn't be surprised if this mon pretty much just gets like 4 kills each week. Of course, the only good counter to fighting in this gen, as ghost types are not super predominant, because, and again, not a lot of great ghost types. There are ghost types, not a lot of great of them. But, you know, so it's pretty much flying types, and of course, we're rock type. So we can run Stone Edge or Rock Slide, one of the two. And just kind of click close combat and we win. There's not really much else to say. There's a lot of cool moves we can run with this mon. This mon definitely is a click button type of mon. In this meta, like Poison Jab, Iron Head, just great coverage for each week. Of course, Iron Head had a little bit less coverage in this gen because of, yet again, no fairy types. But yeah, you know, he gets the regular SD, which is very nice, and that's kind of it, honestly. With the moveset wise that are actually super good. It's just kind of a mon that clicks buttons, and yet again, in this meta just doesn't have any good checks. There is a very, very, very tiny amount of checks for Terrakion in this meta. Not to mention, 72 special attack is actually not bad for hidden power. Because like I said, hidden power is base 70 in here. So, if there's like a mon that kind of can take somehow a rock or a ground, a fighting move, we can simply just run a nice, maybe mixed set with Terrakion. Plus, Calm Mind's always a thing. I do feel like I want to try to run that maybe one week. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this mon definitely was like, ooh, I love this mon so much. He's amazing. Perma weather, so if I'm fighting a sand team, which yes, weather is permanent in this meta. So whenever we fight a T-Tar, we'll have the permanent Spadef boost, which is awesome. But yeah, I was just like, click buttons was my favorite mon. Now, next mon is not only another favorite mon, but a mon that I found out, pretty much after the Hidden Powers. So I went into this league actually not knowing Hidden Power was 70 base power, and then when drafting started, I started to just rechecking all the rules and stuff and realized, oh my god, Hidden Power is 70 base power. And I think Okami told me like the same time I found out, and I was like, okay, so special attacking mons are the meta. So I was like, okay, let's grab one of the best special attackers in the meta, Thundersarian. Yes, I don't know how. Please don't ask how this mon made it back to me, as this is pretty much a round 1 pick mon. But somehow it made it back to me. I would understand if this mon made it back to me if I was like 10th pick or 12th pick, but no, I'm 5th. This mon had like 20 picks. One of the common round 1 picks somehow made it back to me. But one of the main reasons why this is busted, of course, is if you have played Gen 9, even on the ladder, you would know how stupidly busted Thundurus Therian is with Terra. Now, pretty much imagine him with hidden power. Like, we don't have any restrictions. We don't have 3 restriction types. We don't have nothing. We can run every single hidden power type with this base 135 special attack. Or 45, apologies. Which yet again, stupid hard to find in this type of meta. There's some really good high special attackers. Don't get me wrong, Alakazam and stuff are allowed, but this is still really amazing. And yet again, stats are amazing. Big problem, flying. It just yet again, rocks are very, very predominant, as there's no heavy duty, so you need good D5 than rapid spinners. But of course, there's just times where you might not get that off, so having a weakness is not great. But that also doesn't help my opponent when flying is one of the most spammable moves in this gen, as well. Like, pretty much, like, you think of rocks in this gen, and you're like Terrakion, Tyranitar, and maybe like, I don't know, Regirock. I couldn't think of, there's not a lot you could think of in this meta. So hidden power flying is very spammable. Not to mention that all the fast mons in this gen is just grass types, so hey, that helps us. Yeah, this mon is like just absolutely busted as Terra. He actually has pretty much the exact same moveset in Gen 9, and the main reason why I'm not going to talk fully much about him, about his moveset, is because if you guys have watched any of my other draft leagues, I think this will be my 3rd time using him, maybe 4th. I know this will be my 4th time using him. I'm in draft, but I think 3rd time on the channel. Which yet again, he has the exact same moveset, but with the with hidden power, of course. I guess he actually has Toxic back, so, which is cool. But yeah, just the fact that it just the hidden power makes this mon busted. Anything that's a special attacker that has high special attack, pretty much can sweep, it's busted with hidden power. As it's just a 70 base power strong move, which most mons that's what the stab coverage is. So yeah, this mon is just gonna click behind and get kills so easily. And yet again, anything at the 100 speed tier are kind of hard to find. Anything higher than that, really good. This mon is that's just barely 1 point higher, but it's still higher than 100, so you can outspeed most mons still. So that's very nice. Of course, we also have some pretty great synergy here with these two, so that's why I felt like picking it up and wasting a lot of points, can't lie. But the next pick is a pick that I wish was in the game in Gen 9, because I love this mon so much, and I always wanted to use it in draft, but I never played Gen 8. But now I can finally use it because he's in this game. Starmie, yes. Starmie is a mon that I really wanted to use for such a long time. Natural Kill is just really nice for its stupid Toxic Stall. But, there's also Analytic, which is kind of nice for if, somehow a mon gets outsped by 115, which, yet again, we're taking a lot of the fast speed mons. There are there's really little amounts of mons that are going to outspeed our team. I'll be fully honest. Choice Scarf is coming against us. It's happening. There's just no way around it. But yeah, maybe if we win Analytic 1 week we can, or maybe a slow one, because this mon has some pretty amazing stats with the defensive and spread stat, and it gets Recover, which is really nice. Recover and Natural Cure with Rapid Spin is just such a nice duo. I know in Gen 8 this mon defensively has been amazing for people, and I really want to do a Gen 8 league and just try him out specifically for that. But in this gen, like I said, special attackers are really great. Because of the hidden power, and yeah, we have hidden power with this mon, so, and not to mention, we get good old Scald back, the good old days of Scald, where there's not really, it's always burn, it feels like, and there's also just no counters to Scald really in this meta, because yet again, just small Pokédex basically, compared to at least what we're used to. But this mon has an incredible move pool. It's one of my favorite things about it. It's Grass Knot, Ice Beam, Magic Coat, which is really cool in higher gens if you run, or Mirror Coat, if you want to run in the higher gens with AV. Signal Beam, Thunderbolt, Thunder if you're on rain teams. I do love the Trick. I always love some Trick mons, and I also think this mon gets another move that I must have missed. I thought I got Shadow Ball, but maybe not. But of course, also Psychic Spam's really nice in this gen. Dark types are kind of a little predominant in this meta, I can't lie. As you think about dark types, you do think about some of the good ones like Weavile and stuff, and that's kind of their prime in this. No heavy duty, of course, so not super prime, but hey, they deal with those dragons, so. But yeah, this mon's pretty amazing. I also think this does not get Focus Blast, my apologies. But yet again, we have Hidden Power. We can just run Hidden Power fighting those cheeky dark types or whatever we need to. This mon's really good, I feel like. Just overall, it's a really good all-around mon with just great stats. The ability to run all 3 of these items, not banded, but choice specs and all this, and then also just a defensive variant if you want to with cover is really nice. And yet again, cores with this team really well, cores with Terrakion really well, and then cores with Thundurus really well. Yeah, so after that, we did good old Simon with the good synergy, and this is a mon that I wish was in Gen 9, and I would be drafting on every single team, because I love this mon so much, and he's just such a good mon. I'm talking about Cofagrigus. This mon is so awesome. Also, let's talk about his shiny. It's so epic. Mummy's such a good ability as a defensive mon. There's so many offensive threats that love using their abilities, you know? There's sometimes, of course, there's not all of them, but there's a lot of good ones. One I'm thinking very much, especially in this meta, is Salamence. Like, Salamence loves that Moxie. The fact that we can just take that away is so incredibly nice. Like, if we can just pretty much risk, a Will-O-Wisp with no risk actually in the fact of like, hey, if he kills us, we do the Mummy ability, he loses Moxie. We lose a Mon, yeah, it kind of sucks, but hey, we stop this Mon from just going crazy and we get a Willow off. You know, there's just stuff like that. Of course, he gets Willow, which you guys can probably attend or know what I'm asking, but look at the stats. The only bad stat is HP really here, as, you know, 50 HP is not great for a Pokemon, but also think about a lot of Pokemon, especially in Gen 9. They don't have great HP stats. This defensive and speed stat is gonna come in clutch, and I could say I've been calculating for week 1 and stuff. It comes in clutch. It's a pretty amazing stat. Like 322 with no EVs is pretty insane. Looking at some of our other mons already, but just in general, it's really nice. And yet again, special attack with 95. We can run Hidden Power. Really strong to have some good coverage around. I don't know if I'll fully be running this as a spawn. I'll probably be putting a lot of my stats on my EVs into the defensive stats. But you know, he can still run Hidden Power for good coverage. He also gets Trick Room, which is really nice for him. Like, he gets Calm Mind and Iron Defense, so we could do a Trick Room Calm Mind set, kind of like the Ghost of Uniclus, pretty much, with this good old 30 speed. And kind of go off. The only bad issue about this mon is he does get Will-O-Wisp, he gets Toxic, of course, in Jushin. He gets Haze, which is nice for setup. Knockoff is amazing. However, his move coverage overall is not super great. It's pretty much Ghost and Psychic, and then we get the Grass Knot, and it's pretty much the Hidden Power type. So we don't have amazing coverage with mon, but yet again, I think the Hidden Power just always makes up for that, so... but yeah, this was just a mon that, like, I love so much, and I really wish it was in Gen 9, because like I said, I would be drafting every single draft I did. I would put him on the team. I love him so much. He's so awesome. You probably see this mon come a lot, because I just like this mon a lot. Yeah, I don't really have fully much to say about, like, hey, he's pretty much a big fat wall, and that's kind of what he is. He's the OG wall. I would say some of the OG walls. He also gets Magic Coat, which is really nice for stuff like sticky webs. But yeah, we could. We'll not mess around with that. I don't blame this league, but hey, yeah, I don't have, like I said, a lot to say about him. I'm a very just want a big defensive backbone, which is nice. I also really like the double dark weakness into my Terrakion was justified. Just a small little thing that's really nice. Ghost is a little scary, and I can tell you right now, my very next pick won't help with help with the dark typing of the, hey, we want dark moves into our Terrakion, does not help with the Ghost. And I picked up a mon that, yet again, really wish was in Gen 9, because I love this mon so much, and really wish I could use it. I want to use Victini, and I get to use Victini in this league, and I get to use the shiny, which is cool. Yeah, we have to use good old Victini, which if you guys have not seen Victini, maybe because you're a Gen 9 player or just whatever it may be, This mon's pretty insane. He's probably one of the best mysticals in Draft League, if not maybe the best mystical in Draft League, unless you're doing Nat decks and of course Mew. But the good old base 100 stats around with the 5 Psychic as an offensive type is great, but also defensively is great. And if you don't know, this mon gets both Zekrom's and Reshiram's signature move, but also gets Blue Flare, which has a 20% chance to burn, and his ability Victory Star, multiplied accuracy by 1/1. This accuracy check is not actually a real check. That means you get to run stuff like Bolt Strike and Blue Flare, pretty much with no downside, pretty much. He also gets Thunder, which is pretty insane with this. He also gets, yet again, of course, Diffusions, which is kind of nice just for coverage sake if you want to run mix. Or just, you know, a physical special set, which is another thing that's really nice about this mod. We can run any set we feel like. But he also gets this really nice move, which is just a 100 base power fire move. Yep, that's it. 100 base power fire, 30% burn. It's Lava Plume, but 100 base power. It is pretty insane. And yet again, this mod's coverage is stupid for both physical and defensive. And he gets, of course, his signature move, Recreate, which is a 180 base power physical fire move, which does lower his defense, def, and speed. However, it gets a kill, pretty much. There's no way to stop this from getting a kill. But this Bon is just also pretty amazing, as, yet again, it can be run physically, like offensive, physical, special. Hit power is really nice. Great coverage with both physical, special, and it has, of course, the 100 in defense, HP, and speed F, so it can be ran as a Willow set with U-turn and be like some sort of lefty set. It actually can do pretty much everything, especially in this format. But this mon, just even in Nat deck, still can pretty much do everything. It definitely likes to be more an offensive set, as it gets absolutely insane moves, and Victory Star definitely encourages to be clicking those scary moves. Which, yet again, both physically and special, doesn't really have a check, especially in this type of format. Which is just really, really nice for us. Also the fact that, hey, we get some of the best electric moves in the game, with no downsides, for all those cheeky water types that want to come in on Routini, which is really, really nice. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of shocked that it did come around 4th pick, but I was just like, I have to pick this mon up. This would be another mon that I would pretty much, just like Kof Rodriguez, probably pick up every single league I was in, just because I love this mon so much, but also just because this mon's so amazing, I feel like in draft format. So yeah, also probably see this mon coming often. Offensively, maybe not every time. I do kind of like some of these defensive sets I've been calcing, so. But yes, next up is actually a pretty weird pick where we've picked up pretty much only like 17 and 15 and 14 picks from this point on, and then Kof Rodriguez with a nice like 8-pointer. But basically, we're running low on points, heavily. We get 100, and I've pretty much spent like 40 on 4 mons, or like, no, like 50, 60-ish on 4 mons. So, I was like, okay, let me pick up a low point mine. A low point mine that would be nice for weather teams, but also just a good mon around, and can use gems. One of my only 2 mons that can use gems on a team. Ludicolo. I just really like Ludicolo, honestly. I think the grass water type is really amazing, and just in general. With coverage sake, but also this mon, of course, gets amazing coverage. He does get Ice Beam and all that stuff. But the main reason why this is so nice is that if we ever have to fight a rain team, which, spoiler, there is rain teams in this, surprise, surprise, we have a pretty amazing rain check. You know, we have a rain team check right here, a hard one. One of the best rain team checks, but also one of the best rain mods. Like, you know, there's Kingdra, but this also, honestly, spikes up to one of them because of the great typing, and also just the fact that, hey, this counters it pretty well. And we get Rain Dish, so yes, we can run against the Rain team pretty much a double lefty setup with Ludicolo. Swift Swim and Sandrush are banned in this meta, just because it definitely would be a little unfair for certain teams. So we don't get to use Swift Swim ever. But the Rain Dish is just all we need, and yet again, this typing's really nice, and this mon stats are pretty amazing, I can't lie. At least a nice, amazing points for not only a low point mon, but just like an all-rounder. Like, this mon does get Leech Seed, so yes, we can run some Leech Seed shenanigans. It gets Synthesis, and yet again, gets all the crazy good moves, Scald, grass moves in general, just because grass is kind of nice in this meta. Um, Ice Beam, all that stuff. I also think it. I think it Thunder. I might be thinking of him, but no, he gets Thunder Punch. Yeah. Um. Yet again, 90 special attack is just really nice. Yet again, if we can abuse that hidden power as much as we can, we will. And this is a mon that can use that very well. I definitely see this mon kind of come in often as just for the defensive sake, because the stats, like I said, not bad at all. Especially in this format, and just the typing's really nice for just countering a lot. It does also have a lot of neutral counters, like fire and even grass, you know, the neutral to us. So not great checks, but nonetheless, it's still a great mod, especially with the typings. I do think it was a little early to grab this. That's my like 6th pick. I picked this up, but yet again, I wanted a gem mon, and like for instance, we could do normal gem fake out, which honestly is not like the biggest thing, but chip is chip in this meta, so this is pretty big. But any gems, like we could just run water gem scald, you know, grass gem, whatever it may be. So this is really powerful that we can run gems on this mon. Definitely making him more of a useful mon in general. Just the fact that, hey, if we need a good like move to just make sure we can defeat a certain mon or just kill it in one go, we can just run the gem and we're good to go. Yeah, Ludicolo is definitely a nice little low point pick that I was like, this is really great for us. Especially, and again, I need some weather team checks in this meta. And although probably not like going to make weather teams just an easy poof, that's it, we win, it's definitely going to help immensely against weather teams. But this next mon is not only going to help our team incredibly massive, but probably going to most likely be the MVP, just because this mon is so hard to kill in this meta. I picked up Big Registeel. Now in Registeel in Gen 9 is stupid because of body press. Sadly, we don't have body press, so we had to run Seismic Toss. Seismic Toss is not banned, of course. And that's pretty much the only move kind of really I think Body Press is the only move really taken away from Registeel. I think he has every other move, meaning this is pretty much one of the bulkiest mons in the entire meta. And then Steel type really helpful with Dragon types. So we have one of debatably the best Dragon checks. I mean, Ferrothorn was on the board. Of course, I got picked up like round 1, so we don't have the best, but this is definitely up here, and it's just such an amazing mon. I have done some fun battles with it in not only Gen 5, but just also doing calcs, and I'm like, this mon feels like it should have been 15 points, because like, it definitely isn't worth 15 points, but it definitely feels like it at the same time when you use it, as this mon doesn't have any checks. Like, this mon just kind of checks whatever that's not ghost type, or whatever, yeah, if it's not a ghost type, we check it. But also, like, if we calc some of the super effective moves like Earthquake and Flamethrower and all this stuff, depending on our EV set, we can very much take those hits comfortably. And not to mention, can't be Toxic Stalled, which is just such a predominant way to defeat mons in this meta. Gen 5 is just like toxic spam for bulky mons, as they're just going to stay alive forever. They're really hard to kill. But then Registeel just kind of says, hey, no, I don't like that. You're not allowed to talk to me. So he does an amazing job, and like I said, I've done some battles with for funsies with my Gen 5 team, but and I've just been like, wow, this mon's insane. So I think this was an incredible pickup that I got, just like the fact that this mon is probably going to put in the most work. Also, he gives us Stealth Rock, which is really nice. A really nice, safe Stealth Rocker. You want a really good Stealth Rock in this format, as just, yet again, rocks are so busted, because you can't stop them at all. So you want one that can set it up comfortably. So now having Registeel is really nice. Of course, we had Terrakion, but Registeel can set it up comfortably. And yet again, Thunder Wave is so superly good for Scarfers for this team. Scarf just stops Victini, stops Thunderous, and Terrakion. And now he can spam Thunder Wave, which really helps with that. And if there's any offensive threats that we're not really scared of speed tier wise, but more or less on the just hits hard and kills us in one hit, we got the Will-O-Wisp for Cofagrigus. And again, look at this defensive backbone of Cofagrigus and Registeel. It's such an amazing, just calcing with these two on the same team is stupid. It's so free. It's such a easy way to just combat any difficulties on the bulk side with those two alone. So yeah, I don't have a lot to say about this mod, honestly, with the moveset wise and all that stuff. I think what I said is kind of enough. But yeah, he definitely likes spamming seismic toss and do whatever, maybe run some super effective moves if he can. But yeah, we're on to our last two picks already, and this next mon is a mon that I love so much, and is a mon that, like I said, wish was in Gen 9, because I think it would be such a fun Terra mon. But sadly isn't in Gen 9, and I'm always sad about it, because I love this mon so much. I even shiny hunted it a long time ago. We did a live stream where we shiny hunted for it. It's, I'm of course talking about big old Drapion. Drapion is a really amazing mon in draft. Yet again, amazing stats all around, especially for being like 9 points. Pretty great stats all around. You can pretty much run whatever set you want. You could run offensive sniper. Yes, you get sniper. So we can run some Night Slash, whatever it may be, cross poison, sniper shenanigans, and do incredibly massive damage in this format. Or you could do a defensive Black Sludge. Like with this defensive set, even Spadef he could check some mons with great typing. As you guys all know, Poison Dark is such an amazing typing. Alolan Muck runs it and all this stuff, and they all just do incredibly crazy good work in the draft format. But yeah, the battle armor is super nice. As he does... Oh, wrong one. I thought... Wait. Hold on, we'll find it. Wait, is it Acupunch? Maybe we thought of a different move. I thought he got Coil. I'm thinking of a different one, I guess. Well, I guess we can't use that defensive moveset on the Wise, but he does get Toxic Spike, which is really nice, and Toxic's Never Missing is really nice. But Whirlwind Battle Armor is something that I looked at when I was thinking about drafting him, and I was like, this is really nice, just as countering any mons that are trying to set up in our face. I mean, to be fair, we can also just run, like, substitute shenanigans with Battle Armor. Battle Armor is just a good ability overall. No crits is really nice, just the fact that, hey, all damage you look at in Calc is the damage that's correct. No crits can come into play, so, yeah. But that is, I mean, I should talk about his moveset a little bit. He does get the good old moveset. Like, it's hard to say, like, hey, this mon has crazy good coverage compared to my other mons, but he does get the moveset he wants. He gets Aqua Tail, which is nice. A little scary to miss that 10%. Earthquake, which is really big. The Fang, which Knockoff is not super good in this meta, as you could see, 20 base power. If you don't know, I think Sun and Moon was when Knockoff became 65 base power, the one that we all love today. So Knockoff is really like a support move, so I don't think we'll be running it on him, unless maybe we're a Black Sludge Knockoff set. Really hard though. But Pursuit is something I could see us running it for, like especially a sniper set. Pursuit is not banned. Which honestly, I didn't think about that, huh? Uh-oh. Pursuit's really good into my team. Okay, hey, we won't think about that at all. I just won't be pursued. That's all, pretty much. Yeah, this mon doesn't get a bad moveset at all for the offensive side. Pretty much what I showed you is what he kind of really likes to use, so. Yeah, also, this shiny is pretty awesome. I like the red cherry shiny. But we have finally made it to the final mon. And it's a mon that, have we used? I know I have used. I don't know if I've used it on the channel. Anyways, it is a mon that I was like, hey, kind of a nice 5-pointer, as we had 5 points left, and I'm like, I need a ground type. But also, like, this mon hits hard, especially in this meta. I picked a big Golok. I feel like 5-point Golok with Iron Fist or No Guard is pretty amazing here. Also, shiny, look at that. Yo, so good. Sorry, it just looks so good, man. This mon's moveset's pretty crazy. No Guard, Dynamic Punch, or... Sorry, he gets a better move, right? He gets, Oh wait, does he not get this in this gen? Oh wait, is Dynamic Punch just 100% accuracy in this gen? Oh wait, no, he doesn't get Dynamic Punch. Yes, he does. I'm such an idiot. No Guard, Dynamic Punch. I'm like, I know he gets it. I don't know if he got it in Gen 9 or not. 100 base power, just 100% confusion is pretty amazing. Like, it's an annoying thing. It's like a Petron pretty much with the fighting move, but it's just strong. It's really strong. And yet again, Earthquake Spam's really good. This mon gets all the elemental punches with Iron Fist. Super, super nice. Anything with Iron Fist that can abuse Drain Punch or any of the punches are just insane. It's a mon that's just like, hey, I kind of do big damage even if I'm bulky, which stats around are kind of eh. Speed is like not really so great. Attack stat is insane. We do pretty much get killed if we're a Klutz Dynamic Fist, or even just Iron Fist set. We're just gonna get killed with this high attack stat. No EV really makes this mon not really be able to do bulk in this meta. Pretty much only on the physical side, and it's just so hard to check the physical mons in this format. As a big one, like, they're all such the predominant dragons and all that stuff, so this mon, I think, like, defensively wise, I don't think will do as much, sadly. At least not as much as it could do, like, in later gens. But offensively, this is probably his prime. I don't know, he does get Poltergeist now, but one of his primes, maybe. Just this attack stat and this meta is so good, and yet again, there's no fighting. I mean, there's not a lot of ghost types, so the dynamic punch spam or even drain punch spam, all that stuff is just super nice. Not a bunch of really good flying types. There, of course, is flying types, not a lot of good ones. So Earthquake spam is really, really good here. And yet again, all the elemental punches is just so good for coverage. And again, that's pretty good cores with our team. I mean, the only thing I don't like is that we don't have, I mean, Victini, you take grass moves, but it's a little bit. But, yeah, that's my final mon for this league. I hope you enjoyed the whole team. I hope you guys tell me what you feel about the whole team. I personally really love it. I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun prepping for these mons, like using these and prepping. I could see myself having some problems with certain teams a lot. I especially think Dragon Spam, like Garchomp, we just don't have a check at all. Garchomp is a big threat in this format right now for us, so we're big scared. But yeah, there's some ground types, oh, not ground type, but Dragon Mons that were just like, uh-oh. Hydreigon is probably another one. I don't know, I think Vegisil can wallet. Anyways, sorry. But it's just it's definitely a fun team for me. A lot of these mons, like I said, were mons that I simply just wanted to use because they're not in the game. Starmie, Cofagrigus, Victini, and Drapion are all mons that I simply just not in Gen 9, sadly. All of which I really wish were in Gen 9, and I would have so much more fun playing. I mean, I do have a bunch of fun. Like, I have so much fun playing Gen 9 still. But I would definitely have 10 times more fun if I could use Drapion Terra. Ugh. Even Cofagrigus, see that man's sprite just wall anything. Ah, so good. Sorry. But yeah, like I said, tell me your thoughts below, and I will be doing a draft analysis with Okami very soon. Pretty much of everyone's team. So we're gonna go through all of them, and I want to actually put them in ranking order for you guys, so you can kind of see our thought process. But yeah, you can see both of you're gonna see every other team in the league actually in another video. Definitely not as thorough as I am with my team, of course. Again, we don't have the big info, we're just going based off our two own thoughts, but also we don't want to waste, you know, hours and hours of your time to just talk about all 12 teams or 10 teams. So yeah. But yeah, I think that's gonna be really fun, and I hope you guys are excited to watch this, as this is definitely, again, just a really fun league. I'm not here to win. I'm here to have a lot of fun. I've already got my wins for the month, so I'm like, hey, I'm just here to have fun, man. But yeah, also expect the other videos of, like, for instance, the Watermelon League. That I really need to try to get those videos going, and I definitely want to get the CMM, the Hooper League going. So yeah, I will stop wasting you guys' time and have taken so long, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.